Star Trek Online, the new release on console. This is the PlayStation 4 version. I've never been a PC player. That's not to say I have an issue with PCs or PC players at all. I've just always grown up with consoles and preferred consoles personally. But occasionally a game comes along on a PC and you look at it and you just think, damn, I really wanted that. And for me, Star Trek Online was one of those games. I think it was released originally on the PC. I think it was 2009, 2010, something along them lines. Either way, it was a few years ago. So when I saw, I think it was E3 this year, that they were finally releasing this on the PlayStation, on the consoles, and Xbox One too, I was absolutely delighted. And I could not wait, and I was even more pleased to find out that it was free to play, so you could download it for free and play it for free. So when this was released last week on console, it was downloaded immediately, and I've been playing it pretty much daily ever since. So I thought I'd give you a bit of feedback onto my experiences with the game. First off, I'll start by generally saying that overall, my experience with the game has been very positive. It's if you're a Star Trek fan, it's just a must. The nostalgia feeling with it is brilliant. Really, it rings all, pushes all the right buttons, should I say? If you're a Star Trek fan, if you don't know Star Trek and you don't really like Star Trek, it's not going to do anything for you. I really don't think. You can see that over the years that it's been built on the PC and improved and updated, that they've just perfected it as time's gone on. I mean, the sense of nostalgia really, and for anybody that knows the shows, I mean, there's that many guest stars that turn up. You know, you've got Spock, and it's all the proper voices. You've got Leonard Nimoy, and then you've got Scotty and Dr. McCoy. All these are the characters that turn up. I'm fairly sure they're not the original character actors that do the voices, because they probably would have been dead when this was made originally. But there's loads of missions and stuff where it brings that nostalgia feeling back, like the one you've seen on screen right now. For anybody that's seen the original series, City on Edge of Forever, they'll know exactly what this is all about. This scene here. And it does it in the game. It brings back all these wonderful Star Trek memories that you remember when you were young, or even when you were older, I suppose, like me. So it really nails it completely, the nostalgia level. Now, strictly speaking, as a game, it has some issues. It can't be denied. I mean, personally speaking, I've probably come across a couple of missions that have crashed the game. One in particular, I think it was mission 27. You can't get past it. You have to skip it completely, otherwise your game will just keep crashing. So I think they've got some work to do really in regards to updates for the game, because it is quite buggy at the minute. This clip here that you can see now, I'm really proud of this. This is my that was my level 30 captain ship, if you like. So but gameplay wise, there's two levels to this game. You have got space and ground fighting. So you've got like your space exploration and combat, which is where you're flying around in your starship. You might be doing some investigating and lots of space battles. And then you've got your ground missions, as you can see right now, where you're on the ground, you're sending away a team down, and usually it leads to ground battles and a little bit of investigating too. Now, before this game came out, I'd seen a lot of clips and a lot of people were saying that the ground combat is pretty naff really. And while I would agree that it's certainly not the best I've ever played, it's okay for me. I'm quite happy with it. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as you might have heard, put it that way. I've not really had any major problems with it. The space stuff is brilliant. And you can even choose the interior of your bridge if you like, and you can like visit the inside of your bridge and walk around, and that is just great, because you could choose some really nostalgic bridges. Like I've got like the bridge from the original Enterprise that I can walk around, and it all just adds layers to the fun and enjoyment of the game, all of the little things that they do. One of the best things about this game is the sense of excitement when you move up every 10 levels. You get a new rank and you get access to a new ship. So you have to go back to space dock and choose your new ship, and that is really quite exciting. And the reason it's exciting because they're actually, if you want to spend real money in the game, you can, but it's quite expensive. I mean, quite early on in the game I actually spent some real money because I wanted to buy the original Starship Enterprise. I bought it, I flew around in it for a bit, I was really chuffed, and then a couple of levels later I was able to choose a ship for free that was far superior to that Enterprise, so I never used it again. So if you're patient in the game and you as you rank up, you get really good ships. So what I really like about this game is it doesn't force spending money down your throat, because if you're a patient player and you level up and do the missions one at a time sort of thing, you'll get good ships anyway. So don't feel pressured into spending money in the game, because you don't have to. You can customize every aspect of the game, like the costumes that they're wearing. You can see there I've got the Wrath of Khan costumes on some of the crew. You can completely customize how they look, all the costumes. There's some really inventive weapons. You can customize your ship how you want. No complaints at all as the level of customization in the game. It's brilliant, really. I think for a Star Trek fan, I would say that this is an absolutely essential buy. Well, it's not even a buy, it's free, so download it right now. For anybody else, I think they're probably going to wonder what all the fuss is about, because the space fighting and the ground fighting will win no awards, but for what this game is, and if you love Star Trek, I would recommend you get it, because it is very good.